Today's the first wet day for quite some time. In fact, you might be able to hear the rain falling on the conservatory roof. And so I found myself indoors having to do some housework, which is really not my favourite occupation, but needs must. Yesterday morning I was working in the garden, as I've been doing most days of late. I stopped for a tea break and actually sat down and stopped. Often I drink my tea on the go. So as I sat there on the bench looking round at all the plants and marvelling at how much they were growing and listening to the birdsong, I realised how much I was enjoying my garden. It was something that I always used to enjoy, and I particularly enjoyed it when we first moved here. There was just grass, a few shrubs and lots of conifer. The conifer soon went and we added shape to the garden, added in trellis fencing to divide up areas and create new beds. I reminisced about how much I used to enjoy gardening. You see, when we bought our boat and spent more time away from home, the garden stagnated a bit for a while. And then when Tim became ill 6 years ago, I found that I couldn't cope with doing the garden as well as helping him to recover and picking up the jobs that he used to do. And so over the last few years, different people have come and helped us with the garden. As you know, thankfully Tim has recovered well, and so we started to do more things, and travelling to Spain for several weeks at a time became our life. And so once again I needed to ask people to help with the garden while we were away. So as a consequence, I guess I'd become detached from the garden, and so did not spend so much time out there. Of course, in the situation we find ourselves now, our trip to Spain had to be cancelled. We would have come back home yesterday. So as I sat sipping my tea, I realised that had we come back from Spain, I would have been dashing around, visiting family, catching up on admin, and feeling pressure to tackle things in the garden. They would have been a chore, and I certainly wouldn't have been sat on the bench enjoying my cup of tea. As it is, I realised that as I spent more time in the garden, pottering here and there, redesigning part of it, that I really have become more in touch with it again. Time to recognise which plants need a bit of help, spotting a weed as soon as it appears and pulling it out. I feel like it's my garden again. It also occurred to me while I sat there that really our relationship with God can be a bit like that, can't it? We can be busy doing lots of things and feel that we're time pressed to spend time with Him. And as a result, we can become detached from Him. In his talk on Sunday, Tony pointed out to us that when that happens, it's us that moves away, not God. He's still there waiting for us. However, if we spend more time with Him, a prayer here, a Bible reading there, a quiet time to listen, our relationship will blossom like a garden. It won't be like a chore to fit in. It'll be something we enjoy doing and look forward to each day. So let us nurture our relationship with God, just as we might be nurturing new, renewed hobbies. We can trust that God will give us much more pleasure than anything else we do.